Well, hello, my beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for the end of September, right through the end of October 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, I will be using guide chimes, so please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound. Also, I've just brought back the competition for one subscriber to win a free personal reading from me, but I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on because some people are here just for the reading and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So with that in mind, let's get straight to your reading and let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who's coming in towards you. But it's clear in the energy from the guide chimes that you're really trying to simplify your life, eradicate drama. You know, I feel there's a stillness about you, even though you may be super busy, you know, pushed and pulled in many different directions there. But I definitely see that you're trying to center yourself, be more present, and really find balance in your life. But let's get to your cards and see what is going on there with your love situation. So let us tap into that energy right now. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know regarding their love life at this time and what is to come? Can you please show them the way? We have the dog energy as your protagonist energy. You're someone who is loyal. You're true blue. You're looking for a companion, someone that you can really walk through this thing called life with. You know, I feel like you want to plant roots, settle down, and for some of you, you may have entered into a period of personal development and growth at this time. You know, the dog is an energy of searching, so it can be that yes, you have looked for love, perhaps you've tried everything in order to put yourself in a position to find a new person, but you know, looking at the energy there, you haven't found anyone that you really want to settle down with, okay? Some of you may have removed yourself briefly from the dating scene, and then it started to be a little bit of a longer time. So you may have not intended to be out of the dating scene or be single for such a long period, but you have been prioritizing your own needs. You know, you've been showing up for your family, your nearest and dearest, and I feel like, you know, you are going to be in a position to meet a person where you can truly grow together. So I want you to be aware of that. I mean, your protagonist energy there is the dog. You're searching for loyalty, of course. I mean, who isn't in relationships? But this is your protagonist energy. So you're searching for a soulmate, basically. This is the soulmate card. And that means you're aligning in your frequency with attracting someone in your life who will match the vibration that you are putting out there. You need someone who you can trust, someone who's a companion, dependable, someone who, you know, offers support in a relationship. You're ride or die, basically, because you are all those things. I feel like you've been creating a foundation to attract a person who aligns with who you are and what you stand for, your belief systems there. Okay, now 18 is on this card, so it can indicate that you're very hesitant or you feel there's doubt there in moments that perhaps, you know, love is not coming towards you, but I do see that you are aligning with a frequency to call love on in there. We've got the 10 of hearts at the bottom, if you can see. Now, 10 is the wheel of fortune, so you're hoping destiny and fate, you know, intervene to put you in a path to meet a soulmate. And the hearts, of course, indicates a 10 of Cups energy. So that means you're looking for a happy ever after. Deep down, that's something that you're aligning with. But also, I feel like you've been focusing on your own needs, prioritizing your projects, your family, as I mentioned there, or your soul tribe. And I feel, you're the sort of person who shows up for people. And you need someone who's strong enough to walk by your side to show up for you as well, okay? I feel a lot of you are exhausted. The tree is in the resistance position. This can indicate some of you were in a long-term relationship that, ended, maybe even abruptly for some of you. And it can be that you felt very uprooted in all of this. You may have felt that you were let down, heartbroken, and you've been in a period of healing in order to recalibrate and find your way. Because this is a card that, highlights there has been some challenge. It's number 5. I want you to be aware of that. 5 is the Hierophant energy. So this can also indicate that some of you, you're seeing the same faces, places, people, as it were, and you cannot find your way to meeting someone outside of your usual parameters, and there's no one really sparking your attention. But this card, it will go into the upright, which is very exciting because it does indicate it's a long process, but it means that you are going to meet a person where you want to settle down, you want to plant roots with that person. But this card can highlight a need to branch out of your usual sort of parameters or circumstances, do something new, or perhaps find yourself in a new area or new place, frequent different experiences, as it were. I mean, the tree is an energy of course, settling down. It is number 5, which basically is the marriage card. So it can be that you have not just been in previous circumstances where you thought you were settling down with a person and then it, let you down or didn't go the way you hoped for, and you're healing from that. But also it can be that it questioned your idea of relationships, whether you want to settle down, whether you want to be in a high-level commitment like marriage. So it can be that, you're reserving your energy until you find the one. And then you'll kind of make your decision. I feel like you want an organic experience to meet someone and just see where it goes there. And I feel like you will find it, okay? I feel this is representing a long-term relationship. Longevity is connected there. You may have met people who are very inconsistent, people who were like here today, gone tomorrow, or not investing in a relationship like you do or like you would like them to. And it can be that you were a little bit fed up with that. So you removed yourself from the dating scene, or you just feel it's such a slow process. It's really hard to find someone who's aligning with what you want for your future. But that will change. You have the park. So this can indicate, it's the garden card basically. It can indicate a rebirth of energy, suddenly a desire to get yourself back out there or do something that you are really excited about that is for you at this time. Now, the garden or the party kind of energy that comes from this, because it is a park card. Basically, it means society. It means people coming together, events, social gatherings, reunions, networking, retreats, things that kind of bring people into the vicinity of enjoying themselves. This could literally be like a barbecue or a party or an event or a wedding or, a birthday. This card can indicate that there is some sort of social gathering that is going to occur for you very shortly, and this is where you will meet a person. Now, I'm actually being given a song. This is a very famous song, and actually it's a very catchy tune. I'm not sure if it's shown up before in a reading. I can't really remember that. It probably has because it seems so familiar to me right now, but it is a very dated song. Saturday Night at the Movies. That's coming through very strongly. Who cares what picture we see? That's the lyrics that I'm hearing right now. Now, this is a very famous song. I'm going to kick myself because I can't really remember who sings it. I want to say the Drifters, but I can't really remember. So, yeah, bear with me on that unless my guides give me confirmation that it is that. I'm not getting anything right now, just the song playing. Listen out for that song, because it can indicate that you're about to meet your soulmate after hearing that song. But also it can be representative of the lyrics. Like you may go on a movie date with this person. Maybe it's a Saturday date. Saturday night at the movies. Who cares what picture we see? Kind of indicates this person just wants to spend time with you. Okay? They're not really going to be interested 100% in the movie. They're going to be interested in you, as it were. So please take that as it resonates. May not resonate with you right now, but bank it as a memory, because it can be something that as you start to date a person, meet a person, suddenly that song plays, or suddenly, you know, Saturday night you're at the movies and you're like, oh my gosh, maybe it's a realization this person is the one. And maybe a very important conversation comes after that where you kind of solidify that both of you are wanting to spend your lives with each other and, you know, watch this relationship develop even further. So just listen out for that song, because I feel it is relevant in some way. But let's get to your Celtic cross, because this is all about the details, you know, the journey of meeting this person and, you know, what's going to go down there. Your starting card is the Chariot card. So a lot of you could be moving on from something or closing the door to the past. A chapter in your life has changed in some way. I'm actually seeing a boat as well right now, and a moon. So the Chariot card is a travel card. So some of you could be traveling or relocating at this time. But I feel more than anything, this is about you setting an intention as to what you want. And because your first card there is a soulmate, this can indicate that you want your soulmate. And now you're going to follow it through and put yourself in a position to find a soulmate. I mean, Four of Wands tells me, yep, you're definitely going to meet this person at a gathering. Some of you may not have had this invitation just yet come in, or an event. I mean, it doesn't have to be an invitation, but the Park card, number 20 there, it is an invitation card to an event. But this could also be, you know, in this modern day and age, it can be that you're thinking about going to a certain event that you're called to go to. It requires you to travel to this. For some of you, it could be overseas, doesn't have to be. But, you know, there is an energy with that Four of Wands of some sort of event or gathering that brings you both together. And, you know, you may deliberate as to whether you want to attend this. I mean, last minute, you have a hunch that you should. You have a lot of indication here that you travel to something. And this is where you meet this person, okay? So we have the Queen of Cups. You're so ready to fall in love there. With Two of Wands energy indicates you have been waiting, but like not darning your socks by candlelight by the window, watching and waiting for love to like walk on by. You've been getting on with your life. You've been doing your thing. You know, the Two of Wands energy is planning. So it can be that there's going to be an event here or something that you want to go to and you're planning to go to it. And this is where love walks in. That's what I'm getting. And perhaps your first date. Oh, my guide said, no, maybe second or third. Okay, will be the movies. So yeah, it won't be a first date at the movies, but maybe a second or third. That's what my guides are giving me. I wish you could hear my guides and what they're giving me at this moment in time. Also something about sunglasses. So either this person, they tend to wear sunglasses a lot. When they're with you, they're going to take them off if that is something that they do quite a lot, okay? Because they want you to see them. They want you to really see them. So that's something that's coming out. Sunglasses, there may even be a very prominent conversation about sunglasses. I mean, it sounds so mundane to talk about sunglasses, but it's a little signpost for my guides to highlight the sequence of events where you will suddenly kind of realize, actually, I'm aligning with my soulmate. This person, we're having the conversation about sunglasses. I've heard the song. This is the person. I'm meeting my soulmate. So that's something that is popping out there. We have the moon. Okay, so we have the ship and the moon in the water there. That's the image I saw. So either you're traveling. I mean, ships tend to be about the journey. Moon can be, you know, it's a journey to romance your life a little bit more, to work through your fears and hopes and align with what you want. So it can be symbolic, but also it could be like the name of a place where you meet this person, the ship and the moon, or maybe there's a logo, you know, and you're like, oh my gosh, there's the logo. Maybe it's an event or a decoration. You know, so it can be that these things have no meaning right now, but suddenly they will have meaning for you. So we have the Empress energy, we have the Seven of Swords, and we have the King of Wands. Now, there is 3 people here, okay? So this can be that you're going to a gathering with people, but because one of the people are in the past situation, I feel this is like an element of yourself. Okay, but I will clarify that Queen of Cups when we get there. Because ultimately, I feel like you're going to have a very passionate encounter with a person who wants to sweep you off your feet or wants to get to know you better, someone who takes action. A lot of you may be feeling as you mature, because you have the Empress energy right here, okay? You may feel as you get older that perhaps the options are slimmer pickings, as it were. You may feel like you go unnoticed, or life has got really quiet there with that High Priestess energy. You've been following a path of personal development at this time, but I feel like, you know, you are having a glow up and you will be seen, and there's a very passionate encounter coming on in. And this person, you know, I feel that they are not just attracted to you, but family is everything to this person, and I feel like they're ready to settle down. But let's get to your cards. The Chariot card is your starting position. So this means that, yes, you're very busy, pushed and pulled in many different directions. So it's about your focus at this time, but also desiring, you know, to meet a person who aligns with what your vision of the future is. Now, this card indicates willpower and determination. So a lot of you have been focused on your projects. Some of you may have been relocating or moving or on the go, and you may have felt this need to settle down, or you feel that life is passing you by and time is ticking. So you may start to feel like, okay, I want to plant roots, or I want to find where I feel home is, because you have the Tree card, which is all about planting roots or feeling like you're in a place where you belong and settled, so that you can welcome a healthy love to come on in, okay? But that Chariot card energy indicates that when you put your mind to something, my beautiful Capricorn, you make it happen. So if you have not been prioritizing love, because of course you've got so many other things on your plate right now, you have a sense of responsibility, a duty to either your career or to family or to personal development kind of goals there. I feel this is about you encompassing everything that you want, because, you know, sometimes if we want to go for something in terms of a career, we lock into it, we learn about it, we advance towards it. But when it comes to love, sometimes we put it up to fate. Oh, well, you know, if we're going to meet a person, we're going to meet a person. And of course, that is true. You're going to be, in divine timing, meeting a person. But you must also put yourself in a position to meet the universe halfway. Okay, so I feel this is about you moving towards something that you want, visualizing the sort of relationship you want, and really like using your willpower to make it happen, because you're that sort of person. You can make things happen out of sheer will and determination, okay? But also, you know, the Chariot card can indicate you have felt it's been a bit of a challenge to find love, and that you feel that perhaps the dating scene has been very transitory, that people are passing through. They're looking for the physical aspects of a relationship. You're looking for something a little bit more long-term there. And you may feel like you get to a certain stage in a relationship. For some of you, you may have moved in with a person or got engaged to a person, and it got to that level, and then it kind of like left it there. For some of you, you may have actually been married to a person in the past, and you may be divorced, and you may be kind of like trying to heal from that experience, but also wonder if like that is your last chance at love. The answer is no. There is a new opportunity coming on in here. I mean, the Four of Wands is a milestone card, and it's your crossing position. So it can indicate two-fold energy. You read the reverse as well as the upright. And the reverse is giving me very strong energy of following a path where you feel a little bit isolated or alone, or perhaps you've been locked off from people for a while, gone off grid to focus on something that's a priority for you. And some of you may have been searching for your soul tribe, or noticing that your friendships are evolving. And you may be outgrowing some people or shedding, because this is a card where you do not spend time with people. And this is a card where, of course, you do. So it can be as a crossing card energy that, you know, you have been distancing yourself from people or situations that don't resonate with you as to who you are right now, okay? That's something that's coming out there. And of course, this card also, in this position, is a card of moving home, or relocating, or searching for home. So it can be that that has been more of a priority to you at this time, but this card is going to go in the upright for you, which means there is some sort of event that brings people together where people celebrate. Now, as I said, it can be a birthday, can be an event where people come together and celebrate someone and their music, for example. So it can be like dancing and having fun and taking dance classes or going to a gig or going to a sporting event that you enjoy. So please apply it to your situation. I feel there's an event that either you're going to be planning to go to or you're invited to, and this is where you're going to meet this person, because I'm seeing a gathering of people. Two of these cards, look up the meanings of all the cards. It's always important to make sure that everyone who does a reading for you, that they are giving you the honest kind of meaning of all of the cards. And the Park and the Four of Wands are gatherings of people coming together. And because it's a crossing card right now, it means you may not have discovered this event or you may not have been invited to this event at this time, but you will shortly be going to this event, okay? So on the Earth little plane position, we got the Seven of Pentacles. You're working hard to keep life moving in the right direction. You know, this is a card of being at a bit of a fork in the road. Your usual lines of inquiry of trying to meet a person are just not working anymore. So the universe is saying, take the alternative route or try something different and new. You're the sort of person who invests in relationships, but you may feel dissatisfied with, you know, reciprocity. You may have felt like you always invest more in relationships and always think more about the long term because you do not fall in love easily. And, you know, you may find that people are kind of looking for the quick fix, or when things get serious, you may feel that people kind of start to shut down or become distant. And this is not going to be all of your experiences, of course. I just want you to be aware of that, but that's something that's coming through right now. This is a card of checking the exchange and kind of like looking at situations in relationships that have gone really well and others that have not. And for some of you, if you've not been in a relationship to date, this can be that you've been working really hard to make life work and you're feeling really fed up, like, why has love never come my way? What is going on there? So sevens are very independent energy. So it can be that you are focused on your practical side of life, your finances, you know, keeping life moving, being stable. You know, this can indicate that you're trying to keep life going well for you, that you have what you need in life right now, and you would like something to develop with a person, okay? But you're reinvesting in self at this moment in time because you can't see love developing anywhere right now. And also the Seven of Pentacles can indicate that yes, you have, you know, kept your eyes peeled in your search for love, but you always leave dissatisfied. Even if you're going to events or trying online dating or you're trying something, you always feel a little bit let down or fed up or feeling like, you know what, maybe this dating thing is not for me. Maybe, you know, I'm not going to meet a person who aligns with what I desire. So you're focused on your sense of duty and, you know, nothing more at this time. Now, in the past position, you have the Queen of Cups. This is a declaration to self that you're so ready to fall in love. But at the same time, if there's no one out there sparking your attention, you're like, okay, well, I'm blossoming here all by myself. And yeah, I'm waiting. But at the same time, I'm not just going to like sit there and hope for the best that it comes on by. So I feel like you're reinvesting in self at this time. Queen of Cups is self-care. It is emotional security. It is self-love, unconditional love for self, to feel comfortable in your own skin and nurture yourself in a really healthy way, erect healthier boundaries. So I feel this is a path that you've been doing so that you can be in the flow. And I also feel a lot of you have been in love in the past. You have a lot of empathy for people and, you know, you're a good listener. You're someone who's passionate. You give your all when you fall in love. But I feel Queen of Cups always has a bit of a cautionary tale where the Queen of Cups should erect healthier boundaries, because when you let a person in, then, you know, you give them everything. And it can be that you need to reserve a little bit more for you. And this is a lesson that you've been learning at this time. Now, because we have three people here, I'm going to clarify this Queen of Cups, because I feel more than anything when I touch this card, this is an aspect of self, you know, trying to engage your softer side in life, to romance your life a little bit more, to be open to love if it comes by. But it almost feels like you have not been holding your breath because you've not seen any evidence that anyone is connecting to you on that romantic scale, but also that spark that you're looking for. So let me just pull a card. Is this three people or is this aspect of self? We have the Five of Cups. This is the lament of self. So this can indicate that you've loved and lost in the past and you are kind of, you know, coming to terms with something, but also recognizing that you are a gift when it comes to love, because you give your all, and that anyone who walked away from you or did not see your value, I feel like they themselves have regrets, because I'm being given this sentence that you were the best they ever had. So if you have an ex, I feel this is something that's attached to your energy that perhaps you're trying to move on or away from at this time. But the Five of Cups can also indicate that for some of you, you're lamenting a part of your old self, or you feel that it was easier to fall in love in the past, and now it just feels like it's really hard. Like people are shut down. I mean, humanity has gone through a major challenge over the last couple of years, and it has changed people and how they interact with friendships, dynamics in their careers, just, everyone has had a bit of a wake-up call, let's put it that way. And, people have changed, and you may feel that people have really kind of like shut down or isolated, or it's harder to connect in some way. So you may be lamenting a part of your old life, or you may be feeling like you lost touch with a part of yourself, that softer side of you. It's like you're trying to reconnect to it or re-engage in it, but also this is a lot of questioning. So I want you to be aware that it's not three people. It's, an aspect of self there. And this Five of Cups can indicate that, you're looking back on the past in order to really let go so that you can create space for new love to come on in. Now, the Five of Cups indicates that, yes, for some of you, the experiences that you've had, you got really fed up with the dating scene and kind of like lost your loving feeling for searching for love, as it were. But I feel like that spark within you is reigniting right now, and you can't see love coming on in, but it's going to be there for you. If you know the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, because I love this card in this deck, but if you know the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot there is a figure that is lamenting three cups that have spilt, and there's two cups behind the person, which highlights the universe is ushering in like new love. There's going to be a connection with you and a person in your future, okay? But it can be that, focusing on the past or focusing on what could go wrong in a relationship is not going to help you kind of like be open to a new relationship. So just watch that. That's something that could be coming out there. But I feel this is an energy of either, looking at a loss or a breakdown of a relationship where you loved and lost, and coming to the realization that actually you are a gift. It's taken you a long time to get there because it may have knocked your confidence for some of you and shook the very foundation of you. But also, if you've not had a relationship in the past, this can be that, you have been so disappointed or let down by love itself that it has not shown up for you, and you cannot see that it is going to arrive for you. But I can see here that it will, okay? Now, we have the Two of Wands. It's in your potential position. Two of Wands is the weight, but also it's a planning card. Some of you, because we have that Chariot card energy, this can be a very ambitious energy. So it can be that you've locked onto something that's really important in your life, that you feel the need to complete, accomplish, or do before you kind of fully open up to love. Now, that's not going to resonate with all of you, of course, but that Two of Wands, it indicates that there is some sort of weight going on there. And the Two of Wands actually means an energy of kind of planning for the future. So I feel there's something here that's going on right now that is aligning you with your heart's desire, okay? So I feel this is about you surveying your circumstances. But if you look at this card, for some of you, you may feel that love is unreachable, or it is not something that has been tangible. But I feel with that Two of Wands energy, this is an indication that you've been put on pause on purpose in order to complete something or align with your sense of purpose. And this delay has been there on purpose, okay? And also I feel this is the fork in the road energy. Both your opposing cards are highlighting that you're either choosing a direction right now in your life, and this is not connected to love. The Chariot card is a directional card as well. So it means you may be at a position in your life right now, whether you take a left or a right in your life. Okay, so this can be that some of you are thinking about moving to a new neighborhood, moving to a new country, changing jobs, or making some specific changes in your life that will affect the next kind of decision as to where you move or where you are located what your destination point is, and that's when love comes on in. So for example, if you're in a certain neighborhood right now and you want to move, the universe is not going to send you love to where you are right now, because of course you're going to move from there and be located somewhere else. So it can be that they're trying to navigate your path along with your decisions. So I feel, whoever I'm tapping into right now, there is kind of a directional personal change going on right now, and it can be something that you're deliberating first before you make a decision. All the answers are within you, but it is going to put you in a position to align with your personal power, your sense of purpose, but also a person who aligns as a soulmate. Now, this person is a little bit younger than you that's coming on in. Don't let that put you off. This person is someone who's passionate. They know what they want. They're a leader. They're someone who is strong enough to walk by your side. You're personally going through a glow up, okay? But a lot of you may be deepening your belief system. This is a card that is like in your next 6 weeks position. And I like to call the High Priestess a review card, where you are like in between worlds, as it were. You got 1 foot in your old life, 1 foot in the new life, or in your new decision. And it can be that you are recalibrating. It doesn't have to be that. It can be that you're looking at your past in order to strengthen your present moment to align with a brighter future there for you. So this is a card of going inwards for answers. It's a card of enlightenment, and it can indicate that, you're deepening your connection with your higher self, your intuition, you're going through a period of healing, and that you've withdrawn from the dating scene, or you've withdrawn in order to prioritize your own needs at this moment in time. Because there is an energy here of waiting, or, waiting for something to come on in, or waiting for an event, or waiting for something, okay? And when the moment is right, then you will lock into it. So I would say the next 6 weeks is about investing in yourself at this time. And then, I feel out of the blue, there is going to be some sort of event or something that you go to that helps you connect to this person, because there's 2 people here. And this is almost like the journey towards the outcome. Very passionate encounter where, you just know when you meet this person that they are the right person, okay? Now, in your advice to yourself in this moment, we have the moon. Work through your fears, go through your shadow self, really see yourself, and also connect to your higher vision. This is a card of romancing your life a little bit more. Also, when you get the moon energy, it can be that you can't see what is aligning for you right now, but you're trying to surrender to trusting that it will align with you when the moment is right. I love the moon because it means the hidden comes to light, okay? And because there's a High Priestess there, I would also hazard a guess, but I want to tap into it deeper with the energy and pull a card on it, that you already know someone who has a crush on you, okay? I'm just going to see if you're interested in this person, because I'm getting strong vibes that this person has a crush on you. It may be more, but let me see. Someone has secret feelings for my beautiful Capricorn. What's going on there? Can you please highlight? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? Who's this person? What's going on there? 4 Cups. And the 9 of Wands. I feel personally that both of you wouldn't really want to cross a line there. 9 of Wands can indicate that, you're cautious about this connection. You may have wondered, do they have feelings for you? But because the 4 of Cups is there, I feel like, you would want to go in another direction. For some of you, this could also be an ex that has feelings for you, that has a lot of regrets. It's attached to your past position card. So I feel the 9 of Wands is a wounded warrior. So it can be someone who hurt you in the past, or there's a lot of hurt feelings, but there's still feelings there. But with that 4 Cups, it tells me that you are not really wanting to explore this. You're closed off to this. You're hoping for the universe to send you someone new. Okay, so, I feel there is someone in your energetic sphere, whether it's a friend. I can't tell actually whether this is a friend with benefits, or someone from your past, like an ex. What I can feel is someone who still has feelings. They're trying to resolve those feelings within you, but it's almost like both of you don't want to cross a line, or you are closed off to this because you're trying to open up to someone new. Okay, so I do see a fresh new start for you. I do see someone new coming in that you will have an encounter with, and I'll pull a card to see how that goes. Circumstances outside of yourself, we have the Empress energy. Now, the Empress is all about beauty. It's about focusing on your rituals and routines, investing in yourself, nourishing yourself. As you start to mature, it's about you having a glow up. You know, the older you get, the better you get, the better looking you get, the more feisty you get, the more passionate you get. Embrace it all, okay? You're literally having a glow up at this moment in time. But also the Empress energy is about unconditional love for self. So this pause has been on purpose, but also this is a card of romancing your life a little bit more, getting out into nature. Interesting, this is a nature card and you have a lot of nature energy. I mean, if you have a dog or a pet, a familiar, it can be that there's some sort of event in and around that. I mean, looking at the energy, this could be that if you have a dog, you could be literally walking in the park and meet a dog walker and you strike up a conversation and you see each other like often and suddenly it becomes a blossoming romance. So don't lock anything off. These could be symbolic, but ultimately I feel the majority of you are connecting to an event or an invitation there, okay? But this card can indicate that, you know, you are highly magnetic and attractive and you are going to attract a person where there is a frisson. Now, the Emperor and the Empress are normally, you know, ideal matches, of course, but it can be that this person is someone who is not your usual type. There's two people here. So this can be a frisson, chemistry. I want to see how this is going to go forward, okay? Because there is an energy of you meeting a person where there's a lot of passion, there's a spark. So let's see a little bit more. Can you show me these two people? Wheel of Fortune, you're destined to meet this person. It is a divine union. So it's fate that brings you together with this person. This person is your soulmate, okay? Now, it can indicate that this person has very strong Taurus, Libra, or Aries in their chart. Maybe even a little bit of Leo. Doesn't have to be, but it can be sun, moon, or rising. But as I said, it doesn't have to be. It's just a person who gets you and there is chemistry, a spark that you will explore further and realize that actually both of you are attracted to each other and it's destined to be. It just feels like you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet this person and it's love. Okay, so I'm quite excited about that. I just wanted to see this pathway. Are these two people connected or is it just friends going out to an event? So it is an energy of falling in love. So it's an aspect of self meeting a person. Now, the hope and a fear, we have the Seven of Swords. So this can be that some of you have had experiences in the past where you were let down or betrayed in some way, and there's a trust issue that you've been trying to resolve. And because the moon is there, it can be that, you know, when you meet a new person and you're getting into a relationship with them, you feel exposed or feel vulnerable to the fact that this could happen again, could repeat a cycle, but I want you to be aware that's left in the past. That's not going to happen again. This is a new person. They're not going to treat you in the same way. They're actually going to be very careful with your heart, very protective of the union there. So that can be a fear with this particular card. Also, you know, I feel like you've got something to do right now, my beautiful Capricorn. So some of you may fear that it will encroach on your sense of independence or that perhaps, you know, you have a certain lifestyle where you're not a people pleaser, you live life on your own terms, and you want someone who complements your lifestyle right now, and you don't want anyone to bring any drama or anything to your door. So you're wondering, like, at this stage, would love get in the way of something that you need to do? Well, of course, the right person, of course, will complement your lifestyle. And I feel this person actually complements your lifestyle. They're very adventurous, this person, very passionate, very honest, bold and daring. This person, you know, they are exciting to be with, but also they have a softer side, a more serious side, and they want to let you in. Okay, and vice versa is what I see. Now, of course, the reverse of this card, because you get it in the upright and the reverse, this can indicate, you know, making amends with the past, resolving something within yourself, but also it can be an energy of you kind of like meeting someone who's very different than you. Whether it's that they're younger than you or they have a different lifestyle than you, it can be that you question whether they complement your life at first or not. So there may be a question in and around lifestyle choices or, you know, age or something where you question it. I don't see it as negative. I see it as you working through something and challenging it to make sure that you feel secure and safe enough to surrender to the union. I mean, the hope in this position is someone who is independent, someone who you can talk to, someone you can be open with, someone who owns their truth, even if they feel like you could potentially judge them on it, and you wouldn't. But, you want a sort of person who kind of says, look, in my past, I did something like this. I own my truth. It happened. I have to acknowledge it happened. Someone who doesn't try to hide their past or their truth under a carpet and says, we don't need to engage in that. You'd rather someone said, look, this is who I am. And that's a part of my life that either is over or that I have resolved, or, take me as I am. This person is not going to hide any aspect of themselves. They're going to be really honest and open with you so that you get to decide whether you want to engage in a relationship with them. Now, I don't see anything negative in their past at all, but I feel like you really respect a person who says, okay, this is me. We all make some mistakes, or we all make certain decisions that perhaps we're not comfortable with now as we mature. But this person's not going to lie about it or hide it. This person's going to be honest. They're going to be saying, like, yeah, it's a part of me. It happened. So am I that person now? No. Or, have I, ended that part of my life? Yes. There's just going to be conversations where you really admire this person for speaking their truth, even if they felt judged for it. Okay. Because they feel they can trust you enough to express who they are and who they were. Okay. So that's something that's coming through there as a positive. Now, your outcome is a very passionate encounter with a person. King of Wands is someone who's a protector, someone who is a leader, someone who takes the initiative, someone who's bold enough to ask you out. Okay, that's who you're going to meet, because I feel a lot of you have had to be the person who kind of like moves forward or moves something forward. You're going to meet a person who actually meets you halfway. So that's very exciting indeed. Also, this card indicates someone who has been through some spiritual battles and overcome them, has reaffirmed their faith, someone who is a family person, very family oriented. They've got great ideas, unique dates. Also, this person is very creative. So maybe the music Saturday night at the movies is connected to something that either they're involved in. So it could be that they're involved in, the film industry, or maybe they do music for films, or they are on the creative side, or maybe it's something they dabbled with in the past. That's something that's coming through there as well. But I would say you're aligning with someone who protects the loyalty of a loving relationship, someone who is open, kind, honest, and exciting to be with. What more could you ask for? I feel like you've waited a long time for this to happen, and I feel when you meet this person, it's going to be worth the wait. Also, this person will approach you at an event, is what I'm being given. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know? We have intention. Yes, that Chariot card is all about intention. It's about direction. It's about a destination point, focusing on what it is that you want. Also, number 57 may be something that is relevant in some way. It could be a number that connects you and this person. And we've got Circle of Love. So this person, it's like the love that you offer and put out, this person reflects it back to you. So I'm really excited about this. We have number 57 there, okay? Intention, and it says, the time has come for you to deepen your spiritual connection with yourself. That's what you're doing at this time. The High Priestess indicates that you are reaffirming your own belief system. You are on a personal journey of self-discovery, and that's why there's been a bit of a pause. But it says here, awaken to the truth within and delve into the depths of your being. The intentions you set when rooted in love and guided by the universe will break through any obstacle that stands in your way. And I feel that's what you're doing right now. Next 6 weeks is about you sitting with self, setting intentions, and really aligning with what you want in a relationship and the sort of person that you want to align with to share your future with, okay? As you can see, there's a big old eye there, and there is the moon. So this can indicate that, the vision of what you want becomes your reality. It's like romancing your life a little bit more and having conversations with the universe to say, this is my cosmic order of what I aspire to have and align with in a relationship. And then we have double 6. Now 6 is the Lover's card energy. It is also about balance and harmony. So two people who are open to love, who are balanced and harmonious coming together. But it says here, Circle of Love. Your angels remind you of the sacredness of the connections that hold deep meaning to your heart. Take the time to deepen your bonds with your family, your friends, and your loved ones. They are your source of divine strength and unyielding support, a circle of love that surrounds you always. I feel that's something that you've been doing already, and now you're creating space for someone new to join your circle, and this person will join your family lineage, your family tree, if you want that. Not everyone wants marriage, but the marriage card has shown up there for you. And I definitely see engagement with this person and settling down, moving in with this person. But perhaps you'll decide closer to the time whether you want to marry this person. That's your prerogative. It's available. I feel like you could get married to this person. I see it as your future, but it depends on what you want as your future there as well. Okay, so I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. Now, if you'd like to give me the chance to win a free personal reading from me, okay, we've got a lot there, then all you have to do in order to enter that competition is to put an emoji of a candle in the comments box below. And if you don't have access to an emoji candle, then just write the word candle, because of course the world needs more light. Okay, we're in a very important time in our timeline where there's a lot of vibrations floating around that are negative, highly pressurized, and a lot of conflict. So the world needs more light. If you have a moment, light a real candle, play your favorite song, listen to it, let it change your vibration to joy, get moving in your body, really feel it in your soul. But if you don't have time, because I see you're very busy there, then just put an emoji of a candle or write the word candle in the comments box below, and my guides will draw me to one subscriber's name, and I'll announce the winner at the end of September, okay? Now finally, oh wow, I can see why you got all these trinkets, but the first one is a snake, which is, a rebirth, shedding old skin. It's like moving forward. Also, some of you may have had a trust issue, once bitten, twice shy, maybe even a toxic relationship that knocked your confidence, but you're moving on from that, okay? Also, this is the year of the snake, so this can be that, this is your year to find love. Also, we have a butterfly, which is about transformation, spreading your wings. Remember, the butterfly goes into the chrysalis. Well, the caterpillar goes into the chrysalis, and it doesn't just like sit in this chrysalis and kind of like bake itself over until the point where it's ready to become a butterfly. It dissolves its sense of self. It becomes this jellified goo. So it basically can indicate that some of you have been feeling lost, or you've been lamenting a part of yourself because you've been going through so many changes, but now you're learning to love yourself in a different way. And you're at a different stage in your life. It is here that you will fly, and it is here that this love that comes on in will also transform your life. But you had to learn to love yourself fully first, okay? Also, we have 2 beautiful lighthouses. This is incredible. Like, I saw a moon and a ship. Okay, so this can be that you and this person, you're literally lighthouses to each other's storms. Okay, there's 2 lighthouses there. I kid you not. 2 very independent people who are out there shining their light, searching for each other. You are both searching for each other, and I feel like you're going to find each other. It is love, and it is very protective. If you think about the nature of a lighthouse, it is a protective measure to guide people. And I feel you and this new person, you are out there shining your light right now, and you're going to find each other. You guide each other home. Okay, so if you are traveling or relocating or trying to find where home is, firstly, you find it for yourself, and then you find it in another. And I'm really excited for your journey towards that, okay? So I'll leave it there, my beautiful Capricorn. I hope something resonates. Thank you so much, and love and light.